Morning people, welcome back. Bit of a late upload today. I started reading the notes I had in front of me and they were from yesterday's video. I'd put the wrong ones up, so, and I got to spend quite a few hours this week. As I said, all my videos go on an external hard drive to be kept. I've got one with the last 2 years videos on, which is, I think it's just over 600 gig. But I've now got a 12 terabyte one. So I'm going to transfer all them videos over onto that and continue transferring them from the computer onto that to build up that complete video diary I was on about. And the good news is I got all the emails of the literature from my dietitian that I saw last week. And it doesn't seem as if I've got to give up too much. It's just the way I eat it. And unknown to me, my beloved Heather has slowly been sneaking me on to a slightly lower carb diet anyway over the last year or so. So that all helps. I was going to pass that on to you, Dan, at Police Abusing Powers, but I won't insult you, mate. I know you're a trained chef and there's nothing in there that you wouldn't already know. So I won't bother with that. So we got Easter coming up. You think you're going anywhere? If you plan to? I would seriously think again. I mean, if you're sailing from Dover or one of the other ports, then I'd leave now if you're intending to sail Thursday or Friday, to be honest. But, you know, on the whole, you can't just blame Brexit for that and what's been going on. It's actually the biggest problem in Dover is the P&O ferries malarkey. But Brexit has a lot to do with it. Not coming out of the European as itself, but the red tape that they've created to piss us all off. Well, and the government here. If you're intending to fly out, good luck. I mean, the only way you're going to get away now is if you've already booked a hotel or a nice little cosy B&B somewhere. Or even a caravan by the coast. If you pre-booked, you should be okay. But as for trying to book one now, you ain't got no chance. Everybody's doing the same. And if you are going anywhere, you know, it's going to cost you as much to get there as it is to stay there now with the price of fuel. You know, even a day out is going to cost that. If the weather's nice, that all the theme parks and attractions around the country are going to be absolutely rammed because everybody else will be having the same idea. The local one up the road here, over at Tamworth, I think that's unless you pre-booked, don't bother at the moment. And my mate works there. He's an engineer on the mechanical side of things up there. But has all this been orchestrated? Is this happening for a purpose? I know the Ukraine thing isn't something that we actually started, but it is a big involvement now, especially on our finances in this country. But it's funny that the new lurgy was announced, along with all its extra symptoms, as I said, from a leaky nose to a leaky arse. You know, if you've got anything in between all those, then you've obviously got it, haven't you, according to the propaganda. But it's funny how this was put out there along with the new fear campaign of it just a week or two before one of the busiest bank holidays in the year. Just saying, you know. But yeah, very strange. It's like a travel lockdown without announcing one, if you think about it. I mean, I'm not going to say too much about what's going on between Russia and the Ukraine. I mean, the sanctions that the West have put in place are doing us more harm than it ever is going to Russia. And most countries are still dealing with them with the gas and oil and stuff and coal anyway. Especially the eastern countries and most of the EU. I mean, Russia used to be the biggest spreader of propaganda and fear campaigns in the world. I mean, the Ukraine has far overtaken them now as a top spot. It's and there's nothing in the media about it, mainstream media. There's very little on social media even about the channel paddlers down in Dover there. Well, they are still coming. They're not putting anything out about them, but they are still definitely coming. There are a couple of channels covering it. Stevie Laws being one of them. As soon as I get hold of any numbers, I obviously will put them out for you. But, you know, you got the antics of Patel. I mean, she's capable of holding up genuine refugees and even people that are entitled to be here. She can hold all them up, but she can't stop the illegal ones coming in by far greater numbers. And you've got local councils down on the south coast, southeast, well, east, isn't it really, there, Dover. Folkestone Council is actually cutting services for the kids so they can spend more and put more in and put more services on for these illegals that they're housing down there. You know, this country just stinks with corruption everywhere you look. I mean, as Dan shows on police abusing powers, the ones that are paid to uphold the law and protect the people of this country are doing the complete opposite. They've helped the government in the destruction of this country. Now, I can remember as a kid being told, you never want to end up in prison, son. It's a breeding ground for criminals. Well, I'd say Hendon College, Policing College, has taken over as the top role of that now because they seem to be turning out in extortionate amounts. It seems as if every other one that comes out of their doors. You know, what country have we become? Not the one I remember. Not the one I want to see in the future either. But anyway, I'll leave it there for today, folks. I'm trying to find a gap in the rain. I've got to nip round to the Ford garage to get the last couple of bits that have now come in to put the last bits of trim back on the car. So anyway, until the next time, people, as always, thank you for your support. My respects to each and every one of you for that support. And until then, stay safe, stay strong. Don't listen to these clowns in power. Stay free of the propaganda. Live your life. I do. Respects, guys.